Can we talk about how humbling it is to catch your reflection in the mirror and all you see is your dramatic face with acne scars and pimples looking like a topographical map nobody asked for? Like, you've got a cute outfit on, your hair is slaying, but nope. Your face decides to steal the spotlight, and all of a sudden your confidence level drops to a negative 23. This was my life 2 weeks ago. I was constantly questioning my existence, crying, avoiding outings, and every possible camera because I felt so ugly. Meanwhile, everyone else my age is out here glowing effortlessly, posting barefaced selfies like it's nothing. And me? I've been battling acne since puberty. They all told us it's normal, that it'll go away, but somehow my skin decided to stay in high school mode forever. Worst of all, that one auntie who keeps telling you to
wash your face.
Like, yeah, I used to wash my face with dirt, but I'll start using water now. I was tired of these aunties clocking a diva like me, so I knew I had to do something to clear my face. And when I tell you I tried everything, I mean every itsy bitsy tiny minuscule trivial tip I could find. From drinking weird concoctions to rubbing toothpaste on my face like it was a teeth with cavity. Spoiler alert, my face looked like the sun came down from the sky to kiss my face. Burnt. But you know Detective Lumie doesn't stop until she finds something that actually works, and did. So today, I'm going to teach you exactly how I transformed my face from looking like pepperoni pizza to jelly. And no, I didn't purchase $500 worth of skincare from Sephora. I fixed my skin by tackling the root cause of my acne. My hormones, my own hormones were betraying me this whole time. And listen, the female body, she's extra. Like, 1 second we're chilling, the next second our hormones are throwing tantrums like a toddler in a toy store. Estrogen goes left, progesterone goes right, cortisol is just freelancing all over the place. And boom, we wake up with Mount Everest on our forehead. It's not even funny how dramatic our bodies can be. But here's the thing, your hormones don't have to control you. You can control them. And that's what I did. I controlled my hormones by changing 4 areas of my life. And the first one, obviously, is diet change. And has anyone read the label on the Coca-Cola can before? Bruh. 1 can of Coke contains 35 grams of sugar. After seeing this, I immediately threw it away because there's no way I was using this demon of a drink as my emotional support beverage. And to my coffee lovers, no, you're not safe. Your favorite iced caramel macchiato from Starbucks has roughly 32 grams of sugar in it. Yeah, so you might want to reconsider when you pull up to the drive-thru, God willing, tomorrow, because your gut is going to have sugar coming over for a sleepover. And once sugar enters the body, it goes into fight mode with your gut. Then insulin spikes, cortisol spikes, then your face has to bear the punishment. It starts to become dull, puffy, and full of acne. Also, wonder why you randomly wake up in the middle of the night. Yeah, sugar has a hand in it. And I know some of you are going to be like, thank God I don't eat sugar stuff. But all those rice and pasta you've been eating turns into sugar once it enters the body. So indirectly, you're still feeding sugar to your body. Oh, and dairy too. Eating dairy also messes with your gut, causes inflammation in your body, and your face has to bear all the punishment the body goes through. So what did I do? I saved my face by making healthy food swaps. I started eating more protein and fiber foods like beef, chicken, oats, and eggs. And for dessert, I started eating more fruits like grapes, strawberry, and watermelons in moderation, because even though they also contain sugar, they're the good sugar the body actually needs. Oh, and the most underrated of them all is fermented foods. Fermented foods are basically your gut's besties. Yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut. All of them are packed with probiotics, the good bacteria that keep your gut balanced. And when your gut is balanced, your skin shows it. They calm down inflammation, help your body absorb nutrients, and stop those insulin and cortisol spikes that trigger acne. So yeah, that spoon of yogurt or scoop of kimchi, it's not just food, it's literally skincare from the inside out. The when you eat is just as important as the what. If you roll out of bed and hit your stomach with sugar bombs first thing, like donuts or super sweet cereal, you're basically setting yourself up for an insulin and cortisol roller coaster. Instead, start your day with protein, healthy fats, and maybe a little fiber. Think eggs, avocado toast, or even oats with nuts. That combo keeps your blood sugar steady and your skin calm. Now, at night, that's where people mess up. Heavy meals right before bed, big mistake. Your body's trying to rest, but now it's busy digesting, spiking cortisol, and messing with your sleep. And poor sleep means dull skin and breakouts. Keep dinner lighter with veggies, lean protein, maybe some fermented food, and avoid late night snacking, especially heavy carbs and sugar, because that's when your cortisol spikes and your skin pays the price in the morning. The next thing I changed was my skincare. And listen, bestie, this was humbling because before I was that girl who thought her face was just going to magically stay cute with zero effort. Like I'd literally use the same soap for my body and face, rinse it off and call it a day. Then 2 hours later, I'd be in the mirror, shocked that my skin looked dull, oily, and mad at me. And the audacity of me blaming it on genetics? No, girl, it was me. I was the problem. So I said, enough is enough. And I built an actual skincare routine. Nothing crazy because I knew if I made it complicated, I'd drop it in a week. I just focused on the skincare trinity. Cleanse, moisturize, protect. That's it. And bestie, the way my skin clapped back with gratitude. My face card went from decline to unlimited real quick. Now, cleansing. I used to think the squeakier my face felt, the better. Like if my face felt tight and dry after washing, I thought I was super clean. In reality, my skin barrier was crying, filing HR complaints, and plotting my downfall. When I finally switched to a gentle cleanser, my skin literally sighed with relief. It was like,
thank you, finally you stopped scrubbing me like a dirty pan.
and the wild part? Once I made that switch, my skin started staying calmer throughout the day. Less redness, less irritation, just smoother vibes. Moisturizer was my next battle. Because, I used to be that delusional girl who thought,
my skin is oily. I don't need moisturizer.
lies. Pure lies. My skin was out here producing enough oil to fry plantain, and I was confused. When I finally learned that skipping moisturizer makes your skin produce even more oil, it clicked. So I got myself a light moisturizer and started using it religiously, and my skin calmed down so fast. Like, finally she's feeding me instead of starving me. Now, moisturizer is bae. And sunscreen, bestie. I used to skip sunscreen all the time. I thought, that's for old people. I'm young, I'm fine. Meanwhile, the sun was cooking me slowly, adding damage like interest on a loan. UV rays are petty like that. They don't show up immediately. They sneak up years later with fine lines and dullness like, remember when you thought you were untouchable? Surprise! That was my wake-up call. Now, sunscreen is my daily non-negotiable. I don't care if I'm staying indoors. If there's a window, I'm still putting it on. Next thing I changed was my stress and sleep schedule. Listen, I used to stress about random unhealthy things all day and end up staying up all night. And let me tell you, my skin was going through it. I was out here thinking I was doing self-care while sleeping at 2 a.m. like some kind of nocturnal productivity queen. Spoiler alert, my skin said otherwise. My under eyes started forming their own zip codes. I'd wake up puffy, tired, and wondering why no serum was saving me. That's when I realized I wasn't just missing sleep, I was literally stressing my body out. When you sleep late, your cortisol goes up like it's on an elevator to chaos. Like your body wants to rest and you're out here scrolling memes at 1 a.m. Who's the real enemy? So I started forcing myself to sleep earlier. The moment I started getting 7 to 8 hours consistently, my skin literally started glowing on its own. I'm not kidding. My eyes looked more awake, my face looked less puffy, and I stopped waking up feeling like I got hit by a truck full of bad decisions. But the biggest problem wasn't even sleeping late. It was what I did before sleeping, picking up my phone. Because apparently grabbing your phone first thing in the morning and last thing at night is like signing up for a daily cortisol roller coaster. So I stopped. Cold turkey. No phone the first and last 30 minutes of my day. Now when I wake up, I just walk into the sunrise sun rays to breathe and stretch. It feels weird at first, but it's actually kind of powerful. Like you're taking your peace back before the world tries to steal it. And honestly, the last thing I changed was my lifestyle. Because bestie, there's no point fixing your skin if your life still drains you. I stopped drinking alcohol, like completely. And it's wild how fast your body starts saying thank you when you finally stop hurting it on purpose. Then came my juice cleanse mornings. Every day I make a quick mix, cucumber, pineapple, lemon, sometimes ginger. And bestie, the way that first sip hits, instant reset. It's like you're giving your body a thank you after everything it does for you. Instead of rushing straight to caffeine, I started feeding myself nutrients. And it's crazy how something that simple can make you feel put together. I started praying again, just me and God, talking like old friends. and journaling too. And that's when I realized peace doesn't come when life gets easy. It comes when you stop letting everything disturb you. So this is how I cleared my skin in just 2 weeks. And after everything, I realized how proud I am of myself for letting go of the bad lifestyle and embracing a better one. So if you're ready to get on this journey too, comment ready and use this as motivation to start today, and it'll be worth it. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, besties. Ciao!